Hi, Miss Tanner. Thank you for coming to this interview today. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So to start, I have been working in education for the past 6 years. I have had positions as a teacher. I've taught culinary arts for 5 years at Lafayette High School, where I had the responsibilities of every classroom teacher. That job that I held was because I was specialized in the area of culinary arts. There, my job responsibilities included teaching students about the state standard curriculum through text, but also through hands-on skills in labs and cooking demonstrations. And then I've also half part of the time for the last 3 years for 2 years, I worked as an aide for ESC, where my duties were to assist the ESC teacher as necessary. One year, I actually shadowed 3 6th grade girls who had different types of disabilities, and I assisted with them in their classrooms. This past year, I've worked as a paraprofessional for the elementary school, where I worked with 3rd and 5th grade classes. And in those classes, I pushed in with the teachers, and we came up with schedules where I would pull certain students on certain days, and we would work on things like multiplication facts, vocabulary, or even just life skills, like how to handle tough situations, what to do when we're frustrated or angry, or we disagree with a teacher.
Okay. You've got a very large background of skills. Given those skills, why do you feel that you are a good fit for this job that you're applying?
I feel that I'm a good fit for this job because I feel like I'm very well rounded. I've worked both at the high school and at the elementary school setting. I've been in a lot of different classrooms as a paraprofessional, but also not only as a paraprofessional, but also as a teacher who was going to college to be a teacher at the same time. I had to go and do observations for certain classes for those classes, and I picked up on certain strategies and things that they used in their classrooms that were effective, and I got to implement them in real time in my own classroom. I also, as a teacher, got to participate in tons and tons of professional development, whether it be over students with disabilities, how to bridge the gaps, how to target the bottom 25% of students, and to raise the gaps or the achievement of those students, and even good teaching strategies that are effective in classrooms. So I do feel that I have background to be able to be a fit for this job.
All right. What do you expect to be one of your biggest challenges for you coming into the job that you're applying for?
So one of the biggest challenges that I foresee is that I have not taught math as of this point. As a paraprofessional, I actually got to be in a 5th grade math class most of my day. I say about half the day. And so while I've not actually taught math, I do feel that I do have the skills to teach that math class, whether they be strategies such as student pairing, where they pair together and then they have to mix and then they have to teach each other how they did the lesson, whether it be, I do, we do, you do, and different things like that. I think I have good strategies to be able to implement these teaching curriculum standards into my classroom.
All right. Tell me about a time you had to adjust to a colleague's working style in order to complete a project or achieve the objectives that you were aiming for.
So my whole year as a paraprofessional, I actually had to, how did you put it, adjust to their teaching style. So as a paraprofessional, I am not the teacher. I have to work with the teacher, but I also, the teacher has to tell me what they need, what their needs are, what their student needs are. While I may recognize some of the needs and I may reach out and say, hey, I think this student could really benefit in this area, it's all about how the teacher wants to do it. So I actually got the opportunity to take a step back and learn from these teachers and their different teaching styles. And I will say at first it was kind of hard because I'm so used to being in the center and running the classroom. But over time I learned a lot from this experience as a paraprofessional. I worked with tons of great teachers that were highly effective in their classrooms, and it really gave me insight as to how to work with others.
What makes you stand out as a candidate from others for this position that you're applying?
I think what makes me stand out as a candidate for this position is that I am very committed to my job and I'm willing to go the extra mile. But not only that, I'm willing to learn from any mistakes. If I don't know something, I will ask questions because I want to do it right. If you talk to anybody that I've worked with, even my students, my number one priority is to get it done right the first time. So I feel that this would definitely be one of the things that make me stand out as a candidate.
All right. What kind of salary are you looking for, being that you have experience in this type of work from the current position that you're applying to?
I do realize y'all are a private school, so your salaries set a little differently. Right now, most of the public schools around here have a salary range in around $50,000, and so anywhere close to that ballpark, I feel would be very fair.
All right. I believe that's all the questions that I have for you today. Do you have any questions for us, Ms. Tanner?
I currently do not at this time.
All right. Thank you very much for coming to this interview. We'll get back with you as soon as we make some decisions.
All right, thank you.